Laksisi Sri Lanka creates a major upset in the 3x3 Basketball Asia Cup. We're back after a short commercial break. Laksisi Sri Lanka creates a major upset in the 3x3 Basketball Asia Cup. What do you have to say about it?
Yes, the 3x3 Basketball Asia Cup ended just a couple of days ago, Kadhija, and Sri Lanka managed to produce a memorable performance in that tournament because the 3x3 format is like T20 in cricket for basketball, and Sri Lanka, basketball game, it's not that popular here in Sri Lanka. It doesn't have the same fan following that cricket, football and rugby possess, but basketball is a fast growing sport here in Sri Lanka, and this Asia Cup performance in the 3x3 format further proved it, to be honest, because in that qualifying draw, Sri Lanka managed to get three brilliant wins. So the tournament took place at Indonesia, and Sri Lanka, they managed to get the first win against Indonesia as well. And to be honest, the tournament took place in Singapore, and Sri Lanka managed to get that first win against Indonesia, 21 points to 14. And then in the second game, Sri Lanka managed to win against Northern Mariana Islands, 21 to 13. And then Sri Lanka managed to get register a historical win against the Republic of Korea, 21 points to 19. So it was a last minute 2-pointer that Sri Lanka managed to get the win. It was all tied up, and Sri Lanka managed to get the last 2 points in the last second of the game to register a memorable win against Republic of Korea. And then going into the main draw, Sri Lanka's first game was against the defending champions Mongolia, and the performance that Sri Lanka managed to produce against Mongolia was absolutely mesmerizing, Kadhija, because Mongolia, a lot of people expected Mongolia to just get over Sri Lanka and push them over very easily because they are the defending champions. But the Sri Lankan side, they managed to put up a very strong performance against the defending champions. It was actually 30-0 at full time, and at sudden death, it was at sudden death that Sri Lanka lost to the defending champions 15 points to 13. So it was a match that the Sri Lankan side showed a lot of resilience and a lot of determination, because going up against the best team in Asia in the format and almost beating them, that deserves a lot of credit to the Sri Lankan 3x3 basketball side. And then unfortunately, after that loss against Thailand, I think Sri Lanka probably gave their all against Mongolia and unfortunately couldn't get the win. And in the next game against Thailand, Sri Lanka, they were not up to the mark. They lost the game 21 points to 9. So anyway, although they lost the 2 games in the main draw, I think this will go down as one of the best basketball performances ever in the Sri Lanka basketball history. And I really hope that from here onwards, it's onwards and upwards for the Sri Lanka 3x3 team, especially because in the shorter formats, in most of the sports, Kadhija, Sri Lanka, they tend to have a chance because we have that raw pace that most of the countries doesn't have. We have the raw pace. That's one of the main advantages that we have even in the rugby sevens arena as well. So it's the consistency that it's a consistency of getting opportunities to play at the international level that's making them not reach the potential that they're supposed to reach. So I sincerely hope that even the basketball team, they get more opportunities in the future, just like in the other 2 sports, football and rugby, just like we talked in the last few weeks, Kadhija. So hope this is the beginning of another great era, just like in football and rugby, a great era for Sri Lankan basketball.
Yes, we hope that the Sri Lankan basketball keeps up the consistency.